Hello, so we've got the real shitfest circuits out of the way for a while now, and the next three are all fucking perlers, so yeah, I'm more than glad about that. Starting with what is my favourite circuit to race on, the circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix. Now, as well as deliberately not bothering with the Monaco Grand Prix, I've also had the Spanish Grand Prix beforehand, which I didn't record, although I was meant to. I thought I'd recorded qualifying, and on exiting the game I realised that I hadn't actually got the recording software running, so that was a complete bollocks up. And because I didn't get qualifying recorded, I just thought, oh fuck it, I won't bother recording the race either. But well, you can see there, so I finished 5th, my third consecutive 5th place finish. And then of course along came Monaco. I didn't get a DNF, I actually got disqualified, so it didn't do my reputation much good. It also didn't do, you can see my contract value, my value has gone down somewhat, and it's now only just above my contract value. And also my reputation with the team has gone down quite a bit. I think it's less than halfway now. But I should make it up this weekend. I can't say I'm too thrilled with the team goal I've got here to complete 2 clean races. If you've seen any of my previous races, you'll know that I'm not the cleanest of racers. So I don't know if I'm going to have too much chance of getting that one done. Well, I don't really have any second chances. I've got to get it done here and the next Grand Prix at France at Paul Ricard. So, as I've just mentioned, Paul Ricard, it's something that annoys me about Formula 1. Who the fucking hell actually arranges the scheduling of races? Previous race was at Monaco, and the next race is at, say, at Circuit Paul Ricard. Now, that circuit it's just over 110 miles away from Monaco, so it's less than the distance from London to Birmingham. So you'd think it would make sense that after the Monaco Grand Prix, go to France. But no, after the Monaco Grand Prix, you go to Canada, and then after Canada, you then come all the way back to pretty much where you were previously for the French Grand Prix. Who the fuck came up with that? I mean, that's John Gage levels of mentality, that is. Anyway, just a quick look at the driver detail, because my average finish has gone down somewhat. It's now down to 8th, thanks to my, I'll call it DNF, but thanks to my disqualification, I suppose, at Monaco. And also my grid position at Monaco, because I qualified 20th. Anyway, regardless of the grid penalties. So average grid position has now gone down to 10th, but like I say, hopefully I'll make it up here. So that's enough of that waffle then, so let's get on to qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix.
Hello and welcome from the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, home to the Canadian Grand Prix, for today's qualifying session.
It's more fascinating guff from Anthony Davidson. Anyway, we'll go straight to track. I'll show my set up
We're ready.
after I've got what I think is a decent lapping. And the practice sessions, all three, I finished in the top 10, and it wasn't only just, the worst I finished was 8th, so I'm quietly confident. Right, here we go. Not the smoothest of starts. That a little bit as well. I'm not too bad through sectors 1 and 3, but sector 2 is not the best for me. Nevertheless, I'm fairly confident I can get to Q3. I forgot to show, I do have some upgrades on this car that will fit this. So I'm noticing that does a 113.0. And I do a 112.9. So I can't actually remember what the upgrade that I fitted is. But, yeah, it doesn't seem to have done too badly though. Alright, so well, I'm currently second, but there are a lot of people who haven't yet done times.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 12.9.
So car setup then. The fuel load doesn't matter because it just doesn't matter. But aerodynamics then, they're on 2.3, and everything else you can see for yourself. So that's the setup that I am using. I'm fairly happy with it. We've also got the old Hypersoft tyres for this race. I think Pirelli having 7 tyre compounds for this season is ridiculous. The naming scheme even more ridiculous. I mean, you get to the soft compound tyre and then you've got, you know, well, so all the tyres that are described as soft, then you have super soft, then ultra soft, and now you got the fucking hyper soft. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, I'm pretty confident that I don't need to go out again.
Great job. We're much higher up the field than we expected to be.
So I think it is just going to be that one lap. Well, it wasn't as simple as I thought, but yeah, I made it through to Q2, no problem. Unfortunately, Leclerc didn't. So those out, Van Dorn, Sirotkin, Gasly, Leclerc and Stroll. So 4 of the usual suspects went out. I'm very surprised that Hartley went through. And I really thought Leclerc would get through to Q2. So mixed results then for Sauber. Fucking hell. Right, on to Q2 then. Right, we'll go straight out.
All set. Everyone clear? Car to track.
Close run thing there on the entry to that straight. Anyway, I've got some fucker out in front of me. They better be far enough ahead. mean, I guess if they made it to Q2, it shouldn't be that slow. It's a pass, but no idea which one. Oh, that was close as well. I thought, oh, fuck that. Now, I was thinking about doing 2 runs, but with that harsh in front of me, I don't think I will. So, 1 minute 12.1, that's not bad. I'm pretty confident that that will get me to Q3. Yeah, it's got me ahead of Bottas. Actually, that time for Bottas is quite slow, so... Oh, he's on ultra softs, that's why. I would not want to start this race on anything other than the hypersofts. Okay, the hypersofts have shitty longevity.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:12.1.
But on this track, they'll do 14 laps. Well, that's what they're rated at. So they're not terrible at all. So yeah, well, I'm very confident about that time. So I am only going to do that 1 lap. So yeah, I got through to Q3. So I was 5th there, ahead of Verstappen and Bottas. So it's not as if I was even best of the rest. I'm mingling it with the top teams. Though, like I say, Bottas did go out on ultra softs, which is taking a bit of a chance because he's got to start them at the in the race. Not grippy enough for me not to start the race anyway. So those out: Grosjean, Hartley, Ocon, Alonso and Magnussen. Both Haas out. It was quite surprising. Not surprised that Perez has got through. The Force India, just like in F1 2017, 1 lap pace is unreal. But they can't sustain it for a full race distance a lot of the time. But nevertheless, Ocon not going through. Bit surprised that Magnussen and Ocon didn't get through, but the 2 Renaults did. Anyway, on to Q3. Again, go straight
when you're
out.
ready, let's go.
If I can be the first out, with only 10 cars going, I should have a clear track for the timed lap. Okay, here we go. So much for my powers of prediction about having a clear track. I think I'm going to be stuck right in the middle of quite a few. I don't know, I may get away with it, but this has not been a good lap so far, that's for sure. Hear that Ferrari behind me getting closer. It wasn't bad through that chicane. I usually fuck that up. I'm always painfully slow through this hairpin, slower than I really should be, but I can't get the power down fast enough. I may do a second lap. Oh, fucking definitely going to do a second lap now. That was awful. That's really cost me time. 1:12.6.
That's the fastest lap so far. Well done.
It's only the fastest lap because I think I'm the only one who's done a lap. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That will beats it. is just getting slaughtered, and this lap is pretty terrible as well.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Yeah, this lap is not good. Very slow through there, slower than usual. I'm now half a second down, so I'm going to cut in some bits at the end of this. I may go out a second time. So yeah, I'm actually the slowest of everyone who has set a time yet.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 12.6.
I'll stick with these tyres then. They've got I think they've got enough life left in them. Okay, let's go to track.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware, we have a car leaving.
Hurry up, I've got to get out before sites can get to the start finish straight. Right, last chance. I'm already slow.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I've improved it at the moment, but that was very slow through there. Yeah, I'm losing time this section. And yeah, lost a fucking shitload through there. Alright, 300s. I'm falling back further and further. But I remember I really fucked up here last time, so yeah, quicker through the start finish, and that puts me up to P6. Go back to the garage. I don't think I'm going to, well I know I won't improve P6 because I don't have time now, but well, okay, yeah I do have time, but yeah.
You've dropped down the order. We're into P6.
I didn't drop down there, I went up. I was P8. Well, I'm was nearest damn it 0.17 ahead of Vettel. If I can finish there, then fucking yeah, I'll take that, absolutely. Oh, let's see what happens.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top 3. Hamilton, Ricciardo and Valtteri Bottas. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Okay, so I didn't stay ahead of Vettel. He managed to improve, not by much, but he did enough. So I'm starting P7 then, best of the rest. Really, that is the best I could hope for. If I was able to stay in P6, it would have been something of a fucking miracle. I'm pretty confident of getting some decent points in this race. I'm thinking, could I really target podium finish for this one? I don't know. It would be fucking good if I could, but I'm not sure.
Great work out there today. How do you think it went? Things looked close between you and your rival for a bit, but you came out on top, didn't you?
Yeah, it'll be the sportsman.
It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum into the race?
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.
For once, he actually gave me options that were somewhat relevant. So I won my rivalry against Leclerc, so I'll get a decent amount of respect for that one, 25 points worth. And I'm leading the rivalry against Ocon. Not by as much as I'd like though, only by 4 points. Although the previous Grand Prix didn't help there. Nice, decent amount there. Fucking yeah. 627, so I can select another upgrade to install.
Alright, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Yeah, qualifying was fine, but...
Your reputation with the team depends on a number of factors. Conduct on track, interview responses, and whether or not you're satisfying your current contract terms. The higher your reputation with any given team, the more we'll be able to push for in contract negotiations.
I already know all that. Why do you have to fucking remind me? Right, anyway, this is what I want. So, I don't think I showed where I was with the old upgrades, did I? So, on durability, I've got yeah, the turbocharger as well as the gearbox and MGUH. I am still putting an awful lot of strain, though, on all three of those. So, I may soon have to do another durability upgrade on them. Really rather not have to. On the powertrain, I've got the cylinder head major upgrade underway. That is the one that will be ready for the British Grand Prix. And with the chassis, I don't have anything underway at the moment. It was the chassis that, yes, this major one that was completed for this race. Actually, I think the crankshaft was also completed for this race. Oh, I can't remember. Then with the aerodynamics, I have this major upgrade to the rear wing. That will be here for the Austrian Grand Prix. Of course, this is all dependent on them actually working. So I really want to wait for that rear wing upgrade to be done before I do anything else here. So chassis upgrade it is. I'll do another weight reduction, and that then opens up the options for improving tyre wear. So yeah, we'll bung this one on. And that should be ready for the next Grand Prix in France, if it works. There's always that if. Right, I think that is everything. I'll just show you on the progress history. We are now ahead of McLaren. So we are now definitely established as a you know, mid-pack, mid-table, whatever you want to call it, mid-runner. So yeah, our progress is coming along nicely. Our next target is Force India. Yeah, it'd be more than handy if we can beat or get ahead of Force India and Haas. the Haas car is pretty good actually. A lot of the time I've always got Magnussen pretty fucking close to us. So, and when you look at where Renault is there, their performances so far are not even close to being okay. Anyway, yeah, so next then is the Canadian Grand Prix.
We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo. A strong showing from the Australian. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Raikkonen, Sebastian Vettel, Oldtimer, Perez, Hulkenberg, Sainz, and Kevin Magnussen. Alonso, Ocon, Brendan Hartley, and Grosjean. Stroll, Verstappen, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Charles Leclerc and Pierre Gasly. Sirotkin and Stoffel Van Dorn completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So Verstappen took a new gearbox.
You're above where we expected on the grid. Be careful not to lose places, as there will be faster cars around you.
You're telling me I'm in fucking 6th place. Every car around me is going to be faster. Right, let's have a look. I don't really want to be 2-stopping, but I have a feeling it's not going to give me the option to 1-stop, is it? Tell you what, let's see if it will let me. Yes, it will. Oh, fucking hell, though. That's a lot of tyre management. Okay, it is going to be 2 stops. Now, I really want to avoid the whole fucking Christian fucking you know, pit stop routine bullshit, so yeah, we'll do it that way then. So we'll do 8 laps on the hypers, 14 on the first lot of ultra softs, and then 13 to the end. That looks pretty good to me. Fuel, right. I'm really going to need to put extra fuel on, I think, here. So we'll go up to 37.5. Right, so 56.3 kilos, 37.5 laps. That means I should be able to do a decent amount of running in mix 3. Right, here we go. Someone was hitting me up the rear there. I could feel the vibrations on the controller, but I couldn't see who it was. Nevertheless, we got through. A bit slow through that corner though. Oh, I squeezed past Vettel. Yes, I can. Up into 5th. Well, of course, that's running in 3.5 engine mode. Right, how long? Actually, the battery is only at 87. Don't use a huge amount of battery power per lap. So I can keep it going for longer than I thought, but I've got to put engine mode down to mix 2. Oh, I'm so close to the fucking wall of champions. Bottas and Raikkonen are having a bit of a Barney there. If I'd been a bit more aggressive, I might have taken advantage of it, but I wasn't going to get anywhere with that one. And it looks like Vettel is getting ever closer to me. And this is where I'm at my slowest. See, I'm still only on, well, was 51, and it's now plummeting the old battery power, so I'm now at 35, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, okay. Not going to be doing 3 laps in this mode. I've got to put it down to 2.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Vettel was very close to me there, but he couldn't get the move done. What's his DRS range? Must have been fucking close. Vettel is fucking close again, but still can't get by. Surely he's going to get by now. Yeah, I'm out of DRS range from Bottas. But Vettel, yeah, Vettel was certainly in DRS range of me. I had to give him space or I was going to be hit. There does seem to be a bit of a gap between me and Magnussen.
Is 6.9 seconds.
But I think my my can I get a podium thought at the end of qualifying, yeah, that's out of it.
Gap to car in front is 2.1 seconds.
I couldn't have taken that chicane any fucking slower. Because this circuit has so many heavy braking zones, I can run ERS mode 2 and still harvest a reasonable amount. Too great. And now Magnussen has really caught up. So I'll have to change ERS mode to 3. I need to somehow pull away from him. In P6 I'm still in the same position I was in at the start, but I mean it's not. I was hoping to have done better. I was only briefly in P5. So slow around there. My setup is unsurprisingly aimed at, you know, just sheer speed on the fast straights, but it means that through the corners I'm a bit shit, just for a change.
window, you'll be on the ultra softs.
I really hope this fucking pit stop strategy works. I'm not going to be... Oh, fucking hell, that means the safety car's about to come out. Oh, it's up ahead of me. Who's come off? Raikkonen has a engine problem. It certainly looked like engine anyway. That didn't look like a puncture to me. There you go. So Raikkonen's out. So I've gone up one place. I just need two more failures from front runners, and there you go. Podium position. Well, he's not assured. I've got to stay ahead of Magnussen. So, like I was saying, that Haas car is just... It's a fucking good car.
In the pits.
So Ricardo's already pitted. So I'm now up to fourth. But only because someone has stopped. Battery is in the low 20s. I can't stay in high burst mode for much longer.
Okay, gap ahead is 6.3 seconds.
I've already dropped down 6 seconds. I've had to turn Earth mode down to mode 2. Another yellow flag. I didn't see who went off there, but that looked like a Ferrari. Unless that was Raikkonen who had pulled off there. Oh, so fucking slow round there. I've got to go into Earth 4. I've got to try and stay ahead of Magnussen here. Oh, that was too close. So down to mode 1.
Pit window open. Let's box this lap. We're leading our teammate by 5.4 seconds.
Well, I'm up into second, so a few of the front runners have pitted. So hopefully by doing it a lap later, I may not be held up in the pit lane. At least that's the plan. So slow coming out of that chicane.
The gap behind us is 1.5 seconds.
Had to take the defensive line through there. I got away with it, just.
Box now, please. Box this lap.
Box now again. You keep saying box now when I'm the furthest point I could be from the fucking pit lane. Alright, we'll go to Earth 4 for this straight. Okay, and I'm probably going to drop quite a few places here, but yeah, more than a few.
Exit now.
But I wasn't fucking held up for once.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Right, so I now need to do a bit of overtaking. I've got, Verstappen trying to force me into the wall. The AI is ultra fucking aggressive in 2018. So I'm currently last of the runners. Raikkonen's behind me, but of course he's already out. So yeah, I can only assume there are a fair few runners then who haven't pitted yet. next lap I'll be running ERS mode 4 for that. Okay, so Sorokin has pitted, so I've moved up a place. Cool, I'm ahead of Sergei Sorokin. It is a bit ridiculous that here I am on ultra softs and these are the medium compounds of the race.
Right, the car behind has come in to put on the ultra soft tyre. That's the car behind, now on the ultra softs.
Well, that suggests everybody is two stopping. The ultra softs are not going to make the race distance. I forgot to change ERS mode. I'm going to catch up but too late. Whoa, fucking, what was Verstappen doing? He was so slow out of there. Right, so that's Verstappen passed.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Science is definitely being held up by Van Dorn here. Can I pass them both? Yes. Not exactly the most orthodox way of doing it, but I'll take it. And I'll get DRS because I was in range at the detection zone. Now there's a whole fucking train of cars here. So who's holding them up? Stroll, I reckon. No, actually it looks like it's Leclerc.
If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
I suppose if these cars are all being held up, I can get away using low for a little while anyway.
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Alright, got past Hulkenberg that time, but my front wing is not good. And Hulkenberg has really fucking... And he hit me again as I got past him. I wish they would sort something out about the over-aggression area. I like, you know, aggressive moves, but fuck me, there is a limit. Right, back up to 4, and yeah, my charge is so low that I'm not going to be able to hold this for very long, but I need to get some sort of distance between me and Hulkenberg. Carry on at this rate, I'll be amazed if I can even finish in the points, let alone yeah, a decent finish. I don't seem to have lost any aerodynamic grip anyway, that's something. I'm not pulling away from Hulkenberg by anything like enough. Then again, I mean, the Renault is certainly a better car than the Sauber. But according to the upgrade path there's been, the Renault is the best of the rest. It's the 4th best car. But their results have been nowhere near good enough. Who's slow? Looks like it's Van Dorn. Yes, I think it is. Is it puncture or is it engine failure? Whatever it is, he didn't pit. Someone's just been hit up ahead. Oh, fucking cut me up, why don't you? And that, yeah, that gave Hulkenberg a chance to get through. But not for long. So I've now got Gasly behind me. So next then, it was in the P13, next is Hartley, who is being held up by Stroll. Or at least I think he's being held up because they're both fucking painfully slow. So will DRS help?
Charles is in the pits.
Okay, that's handy.
Our gap to the car in front is
pitting.
5.2
But
seconds.
pitting now suggests those people are one stopping. And I've still got one more pit stop to go. We're 8th. I may have to have the front wing replaced when I do my second stop because my stopping distances are shit. Oh, fuck, and I've got Hulkenberg behind me again. And I have to it's down to 1 up to 3%, 2% battery.
Grosjean is in the pits.
Grosjean pitted. So I'm up to 7th. And Ocon has definitely one stopping. And he's on the super soft tyres. The hardest compounder that we can. Oh, fucking super soft tyres, that's the hardest compound. Insane. I knew I should have fucking one stopped. That's what I wanted to do, but I saw how much tyre management was needed. There's a nice gap between me and Hulkenberg now anyway, so I can keep on charging the battery for a bit. The 2 Renaults are together, the 2 Force Indians are together up ahead.
Gap to teammate behind is 11.1 seconds. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the ultra softs.
Okay, so Vettel's pitted and come out, and he's still ahead of me. Magnussen pitted and he is behind me at the moment anyway. Or did he pit? Is it the Renaults that pitted
The gap to
instead?
the car ahead is 1.9 seconds.
Who knows? The only way I can check is by pausing it and looking at replays, and I can't be asked. really do with...
Okay, car ahead is now running the super soft tyre. That's the super soft on the car ahead.
Hang on, Vettel stopped twice, but the second stop he put super softs on. Well, I'm putting ultras on again. Okay, well, alright, I'll settle for that. That might give me a chance to make up some ground in the latter stages. What fucking strategy was that? Use all 3 fucking compounds. I need them to sort out the front wing. So that's set to yes, so they will repair the front wing when I come in. So I know it's going to be a slow stop, but it's
We're going to box
done.
this lap. Push hard on the in-lap. We're leading our teammate by 9.4 seconds.
Right, so Magnussen's going to pass. One of the Force Indians must have stopped, so Perez, Alonso will pass, Leclerc will pass. Fucking hell, looks like just about everybody's going to fucking pass me at this rate. Look, there's this huge train of cars coming along and I've now got to fucking pass every single one of them.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Right, I am going to go into engine mode mix 3, mode 2, and yeah, had to slow down there. He was going to cut across. Oh, fucking feel the difference already. Yeah, I really did need to get that front nose changed. Vettel just put us in the fastest lap of the race, even though he's on the hardest compound tyre. Okay, engine mode 3, 4. Well, I did catch up with Hulkenberg, but not enough.
Teammate ahead is 12.7 seconds. The gap to the car behind is 3.1 seconds.
Made a real fuck up of that. I think it's safe to say this race is not going according to plan. I'm getting plenty of chances to use DRS in this, the new DRS line. So Hartley was basically giving me space and then fucking blocked it. Did I get around in front? Yes, I think I did. My battery mode is very low though. Gotta bring it down 1%. Fucking hell. No point running fucking rich mix with the ERS mode in just mode 1.
Battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment.
17%, it's not that bad. I don't care if it is this cunt's home Grand Prix, I am not getting beaten by fucking Lance Strong. No, well, I saved it, but I lost a lot of fucking time. Let me take action to avoid him. Oh, fucking hell, Hulkenberg behind me again. And I've got to turn the battery down. Fuck me, I mean I can't even get past this fucking useless cunt. And he's on the hardest compound tyre. Try and take it at the hairpin. Yeah, get out of the way, you fucking useless piece of shit. Oh, boy, I was going to say.
Good job.
He's now in the way of Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg got past him straight away, whereas I was fucking held up by him for 3 laps.
Some information on signs. They seem to have an issue.
I don't know if Science is ahead of me or not. No, he isn't. He's behind me. So that. There needs to be an option in the interviews where I can give that as my answer. only 7 laps to go. I'm not even in the points yet. This 2-stop strategy has not worked. Not even close. But I know what strategy I'm using in France here, Paul Ricard.
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy. Gap to car in front is 4.1 seconds.
Car in front is Grosjean. He's not usually the difficult horse to get by. It's Magnussen is the tricky one. I think, yeah, Magnussen is already behind him, so how the fuck Grosjean... Well, I know how he ended up staying ahead of me. Look at his tyres, he's on superstar, so he only did 1 stop. Should have fucking 1 stopped. Well, Hamilton is, you know, so far ahead that he is now definitely lapping people, or he's fucked up his pit stop strategy even more than I did. Hulkenberg catching up, so there's mode back up to mode 3. Now at the 4, because he was catching up with me like fuck knows what on that back straight.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.5 seconds.
So I'm catching Grosjean, but I'm also going through my battery charge like fuck knows what. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if I had been. Back down to mode 1, just 1% of battery left. Even if
catching the car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
I was going to say, even if I do pass Grosjean, it will only get me to P11, so I still won't be in the points. I rather sort of underestimated the obvious fact that while this is a Grand Prix that is fucking fast for me,
we have 5 laps of fuel
it's also fast for everyone else. He moved aside, but yeah, I got the move done.
Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery.
Became a fucking cropper there. So I'm in the 11th, but it's not high enough. It's not points paying. Points paying. I can save the battery still. Next car is way too far ahead, and it's my teammate. I have to keep taking that hairpin that slow.
Our gap to the car in front is 7.9 seconds.
Oh, I'm not getting anywhere near there. Looks like 11th in then is the place where I'll be stopping or finishing, and it was because I took completely the wrong strategy.
This is your final lap of the race.
So yeah, Hamilton was that far ahead. I just noticed, at long last, there's been a race without the fucking safety car. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I was able to finish 5th on 3 races on the trot. But not this time, nowhere near it, so I didn't even finish ahead of Leclerc. So 11th place then for me, not good enough.
Okay, good job mate, really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
No, it wasn't, that was shit. Should have finished a lot higher than that.
Brilliant stuff from Mercedes today. That's another historic win. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Good job I got
Time
them as
management
well.
probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Yeah, but it was still infinitely more enjoyable than anything at fucking Monaco.
And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Well, the lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
My driver of the day was Max Verstappen. He did a cracking job moving through the field, just highlighting why he's so highly rated in the paddock.
Fuck,
And now
it should have
let's take
been
a look at the
Leclerc.
constructors' standings. We saw a dip in form from
From
the
17th to
championship
the
leaders
10th
today.
in a car
Their lead has
that
taken
was
a
nowhere
significant
near as
blow.
good as the
Meanwhile,
fucking Red
good
Bull.
work from Force India this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
So, well, there we are, 11th place, not good enough. The car was fast enough, I think, but I spent quite a few laps driving around with damage to the wing, but it was really the strategy that fucked it. I should have one-stopped. Look at how many cars one-stopped. Far more than I thought would. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the cars that finished ahead of me one-stopped, including Leclerc. So, and yeah, with one exception, all of those cars that one stopped that finished ahead of us all started behind me. So yeah, that definitely shows that that strategy was absolute shite. Alright, what's that do to the standings then? Not a lot in the Drivers' Championship. But now Kevin Magnussen is only 1 point behind me. And Leclerc gets another point on the board, so he moves to third. Only 5 drivers still to score points, but when you look at who those 5 are, yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath waiting. And Force India move ahead of us, which I expected, but also Haas as well. So, but it's fucking close around there. So India, Force India, which is really Racing Point now, isn't it? Are equal fourth with Haas. We are 6th, but we're only 3 points away from getting 4th place. This midfield battle is going to be pretty fucking tight, I reckon. Anyway, let's see what we get as far as resource points and that.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
Fucking
Would you say that your rival is still on your level?
Yeah, I'd say on this result he was
You're
better than
beating
me.
all expectations. Would you say we all underestimated you?
I've got to be fucking yeah, I've got to be Mr. Sportsman.
You had a close battle today, didn't you? Appreciate your time.
At least you didn't keep going on about me ending up in the wall. Or dodgems or any of that shit. Okay, so I've won my rivalry with Leclerc. I thought I did that already. I did do it already. It's for some reason he decided to show it twice. I did that in qualifying. So my rep with Sauber really went up, despite the fact that that result was, as far as I'm concerned, nowhere near good enough. Clearly Sauber don't agree. They thought it was fine.
That's a great result. You did really well. I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
No complaints, I dropped 5 places. Fucking what?
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
I choose to tell them to stick them up their arse. Right. Okay, well it doesn't look like I can do anything as far as upgrades. No, 343 don't have enough. Nevertheless, I've already got 3 in development and 1 may, well, hopefully, be ready for France. Let's just take a look at engine wear, because that puts a lot of strain on, yeah, the turbo and the internal combustion engine, that race. So turbo is already at 40%, despite the fact that I improved durability to 40%. And the internal combustion engine is now at 39%. May need another durability upgrade, especially as the next race at Paul Ricard is going to also put a lot of strain on the internal combustion. How's the gearbox? 51. Well, it has completed 4 races, so yeah, gearbox might be okay. Yeah, I'll be quite happy if it is. Yeah. Well, not the result I wanted, but nevertheless, I quite liked that race. let's just quickly start up the French Grand Prix and see how that upgrade goes. I bet it fucking fails.
Okay, we had the new parts come through from the factory. We'll get them on the car ahead of FP1.
Good. Right, so the upgrade has worked. So we'll see what that does to performance at the French Grand Prix. But nevertheless, that was the Canadian Grand Prix then. Yeah, next is France, another decent circuit. Should be another decent race. I say that as if this one was decent. Anyway, that's enough of that one. Yeah, that'll do.